Pilgrimages have existed for centuries, and the expansion of monotheist religions have established their travels motivated by faith in mass movements. Today, Islamic tourism is getting its fair share and perhaps the most profitable. It garnered $155 billion in 2016, or 13% of the world market, according to recent data. VoyageHalal.com, HalalDiscovery.com, HalalBooking.com. These are agencies dedicated to halal trips, and they have multiplied for the joy of millions of Muslim travelers who wish to commemorate their religious holidays. South Africa has surfaced on the trend. According to Unathi, a professor in tourism and management, he's with us here today to discuss the new trend. Unathi, for our viewers,
religious tourism is travel taken away from home to attend a religious pilgrimage site. And that can include visiting a monastery or visiting a popular, what you call now, stadium tourism, where a lot of pastors are now going to stadia to invite people to come there for pilgrimages.
Now, you have recently published a piece advocating for South Africa to bet on religious tourism. Why is that?
First and foremost, the South African economy is currently right now in recession. There is actually limited economic growth in the country. So religious tourism has remained a very, very robust sector, domestically and also regionally, because we've got two major, what I call African initiated churches, such as the Zion Christian Church, which meets in the Northern Province, and then there's also the Ibandla Laba Nazareth. So now these churches are to ensure that people travel within the country, and then that is able to disperse income within South Africa. Now, we also need to start to attract international religious tourists. Now, we've just had the end of Ramadan right now, and South Africa has got quite a substantial amount of people who are Muslims. And if we as South Africa looked at the reduction in Muslims going to America, we should be inviting them to come to South Africa and enjoy Ramadan, because South Africa is actually one of the most Muslim-friendly countries in the whole world.
What are the obstacles and challenges that South Africa would meet in the field today?
Currently, South Africa is headed for, the election, where the election of the ANC leadership will happen. So, unfortunately, the state right now is not operational because of the closeness between the party organization and the government. The government is not actually functioning very well up until December. But as that may be, SA tourism should be playing the leading role in engaging Muslim populations and associations in South Africa on how we could tap into this Muslim market. Because if we look at South Africa's history, a place such as Robben Island has got a greater history related to Muslim resistance, because you find that successive kings coming from Singapore, Indonesia, were dumped at Robben Island long before even Nelson Mandela went to Robben Island. So we do have that history that can also attract Muslim tourists to South Africa. But what we need to do is that we need to continue the conversation to ensure that we convince SA tourism about the potential of Muslim religious tourism.